Hi Claire, how are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Okay, well let's talk a little bit more. Go ahead and have a seat. So why do you say you're just doing okay?
Because I kept waking up last night. I couldn't get to sleep. And it was just,
That's pretty frustrating. What was stopping you from getting to sleep?
I don't know. I slept for a couple minutes, but then I just kept waking up, so I got hungry. And I do what I always do, and I went and I got some Wendy's. They were out of honey mustard sauce, so then that was even more frustrating.
You stayed up even longer.
Yup.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm sorry if I'm a little.
Don't apologize. We all have our days. It can be exhausting. I've been there too. So I wanted to kind of talk back to our last session. Last week you had told me that when you were younger, you resorted to food for comfort too. I wanted to learn a little bit more about that and why you think that food has become such a staple in finding your comfortability.
Well, I have a few times that I remember that I was just kind of like, I need this, I need this. And one time I was probably like 6 or 7, and my older brother and I don't really get along.
Right.
So I went downstairs because I couldn't sleep, and I went into our pantry, and my parents were on like the top floor, and then my brother and sister's room, and my room, and then like the kitchen.
Okay.
So I was like kind of struggling to get up on the counter and get to all the good snacks that my mom and dad put on top of the fridge. And I got into this bag of those puffy Cheetos. And so I kind of took them, and I was sitting in the dark, just like eating them, and I was so happy. And I didn't want to stop. And my brother came downstairs, and he's like, "Mary Kate, what are you doing, Claire?" And he was making fun of me, and I was just sitting there in my pajamas, like not understanding why it's that big of a deal. He called me the little piggy, and he told me that, I'm gonna have to try out for sports if I want to eat like that. So I just kind of left the Cheetos there and didn't even put them back, and went up to my room and started crying. Of course, I wanted the Cheetos still, but yeah, so he made me feel really bad about it. I don't understand why. He was probably down there looking for food too.
Right. So when you say feeling bad, do you remember the exact emotions or anything that was happening when you saw him? What did you think? What were you feeling?
I was scared
Okay.
because I knew if he was going to say something to me, he would probably make fun of me. But yeah, I was scared.
Okay. Were you scared of him telling other people?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Yeah,
Like your parents?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to tell my parents, and I didn't want him to tell my sister because then what if she made fun of me?
Right.
And I don't think it's that. I didn't used to think it was that big of a deal to just eat some food. No.
Right. Right. So do you think that made it more of a relevant thing for you to turn to food and then hide it because of how your brother made you feel?
Around him,
Yeah.
yeah. And well, yeah, it kind of scares me for other people to know that when I'm upset or I'm overwhelmed that I go for food. But I never thought of that way.
Okay. There's a lot of things that we could definitely talk about and look into. What's another memory that you have from your childhood after that?
Well, I was 10-year-old all-star team for softball. And
That's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, back then all of us, we were really excited. And when you're that young, you're kind of running around all the time. And I remember after the games, we would go to the concession stand. They would give us free food, like, because you're one of the teams that played, so you got like a treat. And I remember I got a slushie, which they gave us. Everyone got a slushie, and then you got to pick a piece of candy. But I knew the person that was like working it, and they gave me more candy, so I took it, of course.
Right,
And
that's candy.
yeah, and when we were sitting in the team circle, everybody got mad almost that I had other candy, and I didn't offer to share because it's mine.
Right.
So after that, people were just, well, why do you need more candy? Why do you get more candy? And instead of not eating it, I just kind of saved it for later. I didn't share, I just kind of, pushed it aside. And then when I got home, I ate it in my room so that my parents didn't know. And I put the wrappers, I just left them there. And my parents didn't like that very much.
No, they found the wrappers then?
Yeah. And they wanted to know where I got the candy because they thought that only you get one piece. And so then I started to cry because they didn't want me eating that much candy because I just run around all day and they didn't think it was a good idea. So I kind of just didn't let them see when I had extra food either.
Okay. Can you remember how it felt when now you had your brother that made you feel bad for eating? And then now you have your parents. What did that feel like?
Well, I felt more in trouble, so it wasn't scared like my brother. It was more ashamed, I guess, because they yelled at me for eating it, but I don't see anything wrong with it.
So what I'm hearing, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, is that when you're uncomfortable, when you're scared, when you just need something to soothe you, you turn to food. And when you turn to food, you hide it because you're feeling shameful of your habits. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I never really thought of it that way, but that seems about right.
So now that you're 18, you're in college, you're living with somebody else, do you feel that way again, having food in your dorm and having another person living in your personal space? How does that make you feel? Have you had any of those situations reoccur?
Well, my roommate is this picture-perfect image of a sorority girl, and I already feel uncomfortable around her. I've told you I kind of feel tiptoeing in my own environment, but when it comes to the kitchen area, we share a kitchen area, but I decided that all my things that don't need to be in the fridge can just stay in my room. So that way it doesn't look like I'm constantly, I get frustrated with school or homework, or even that she has friends over, that I'm not walking back and forth, because I'm embarrassed almost. Like, who's this girl? Your roommate's so weird because she's keeps coming back for more food. Like, why? And it's just kind of awkward.
Okay. So I want to talk a little bit more about why you're feeling embarrassed for eating, because eating is a necessity and we all eat. So what's making you feel embarrassed?
I guess because I usually see people eat portioned meals.
Okay.
Now that I'm older, I notice, if I go to the cafeteria, that there's somebody that has a fruit, a vegetable, vegetable and whatnot, and I just kind of eat whatever I feel like eating instead of being healthy. I just would rather comfort myself with knowing it's something that I like to eat instead of something I should eat.
Okay. All right. So here's my idea, and I want to do this together. Let's look at some of your strengths, okay? So obviously you know what you want, and you're strong-willed, okay? Would you agree with me?
Yes.
What are some other strengths you think that you have?
Well, that's hard
Why do you think that's hard for you?
because I used to be good at sports, but I don't play sports anymore.
Okay.
And I used to be good at school, but I'm struggling with it now that I'm here at college. And I find myself either laying around or eating. Don't know.
So what I'm hearing you say is that motivation is your weakness.
Yeah.
So you have the possibility to have these strengths, to be active, to make healthy choices, to be social, but you don't have the motivation to work towards that goal. So let's come up with a plan that we can work towards your further progress, okay?
Okay.
So what do you think would be a good first step to getting you to eating healthy?
Well, I see all those people that, have those shakes.
Okay.
I like shakes.
Okay.
So I've never tried one before, but those people that do have them always seem like they're shaking it up and they're ready to go.
Okay.
So they must be good, right?
I'm sure we could look into that, and they probably have a lot of vitamins that you could be lacking, so it could be a good option for you. What's another goal that you have?
I would like to, work out. Maybe I wouldn't feel as guilty if I even went to the gym once a week.
Okay, so let's start with that. That's a great goal.
Okay.
Going to the gym once a week. Do you think we could do that?
Yeah.
Once a week? Okay.
It's just cold outside.
I agree. It is really cold. You gotta bundle up. That's for sure. Good thing you don't have a far walk from your room to the gym. So what I'm trying to get at is just ways that your life can be more positive, more happy, and more productive. So what are other ways that you think that we can accomplish that?
Well, maybe not always just having frozen food.
Okay.
That might help.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I just leave everything that I need in the fridge or the freezer and just take the snacks into my room. So that's like chips and stuff. But if I want a meal, it's definitely frozen.
Okay.
I can't cook.
Okay. And that's hard to do when you're living here. Okay. So we have our goals. We have some ideas of what we're going to do. And we'll revisit that in another session. But I just want to get that on paper so that we know we know what we're doing. But I wanna let you in on a little bit of what I'm thinking. So I'm sensing that, growing up in a household with an older brother that teased you, that picked on you, has really affected who you are as an adult. But I want you to know that you can overcome this, and that this is so bad.
No, it's not.
Are we done yet? 14 minutes.
No, but you're doing good. I was talking like I was like 10.
I know, it was hard. I don't know where to go from